Hey guys, Zach here, and welcome back to another episode of Levitated with me. I finished the system and moved not everything, but close to a lot. Look at it. Ain't that pretty? I made it look like kind of like a fancy like bookshelf sort of looking thing. I don't know, but I like it. But I have a charger, a crystal growth chamber, one advanced subscriber, and then my ME drive, energy acceptor, and energy cell. So a little bit of everything that you need. I made the crystal growth chamber because in order to make really anything, you need it. Let me see. Crystal growth. And the way that you make the crystal growth chamber is with a ME glass cable, a chest, a hopper, and 6 crystal growth accelerators, which are made with iron, the glass cables, and flux blocks, as well as quartz glass. So it's not really that difficult. The reason I needed it was because that in order to make a certain type, is it the drives that I was making? You would need these calculation processors, and to make those, you need printed calculation circuits, and you need pure Certus quartz crystals to do that. The only way to do that is through the crystal quartz seed, and this speeds it up like a ton if you make the crystal growth chamber. So I just hooked it up and did that. I did the charger because I also needed charged crystals at one point for some reason. Not many, but I needed them. And of course the advanced subscriber, so I could just throw a stack of stuff in here instead of doing it one at a time. And 2 speed upgrades, or acceleration upgrades. I always want to just call them speed. That's, I need flux crystals for that. But I went ahead, I made 4 64K ME storage cells. They are all almost full. The first 3 are almost full, just in type, not amount. They're all about halfway with the amount, because they're at 30,000 items. And then the last one, I have 39 out of 63, but I still don't have everything. But I have close to everything. So if we look in here, I moved like all of the ingots, all of the gems and powders. I moved all of the wood, the blocks, and some extra like bits and bobs that I like kind of use more often. I think I moved all of the... Yeah, I moved the majority of the mob drops in there. I didn't move like a lot of these things, just foodstuffs. And then I didn't really move any of the plant stuffs. And then there's some stuff, I say stuff a lot, but there's a lot of things in these chests too that I haven't moved quite yet because I don't necessarily use them a lot. So I don't necessarily need them. Now I will take this chest and move it downstairs, though. Because I do use some of these, I just don't necessarily think I have the space to do that. All right, come on, buddies. It's like a carnival. And so I had to do this. It's like I have a ton of little babies that are following me. But I'll go ahead and put that chest here just for now. Well, not that one. That way I can go in here and just grab stuff as I need it. I didn't think about it until now. Let me go back upstairs and get the rest of the children. Come here. Is that it? Thank you. We'd go ahead and put that in there. So yeah, this makes everything a little bit more convenient. I've already found it way more convenient than what we have been doing. I've been able to create more of the, not inscribers, capacitors. I've been able to make more vibrant one of those. I think I have a total of 6 or 7 now, and they're not completely full, but I also did hook up that energy storage to the energy storage that's in our normal tech building. So that way everything's connected. So I'm not too worried about running out of power because I constantly have the nether star generator running, and I have a ton of nether stars. I even put like 4 stacks in here of 263. And I think I left like 3.5 in there, and there were still even more making in the system that I have. So I have a ton of nether stars that's always running. But if we always need more power, I do have everything set up for our rainbow generator to work. Not for very long, but enough to get a good chunk of power if we needed it. So, yay. But what I want to do this episode is to actually go back into our advancements and look at some stuff. Now, I didn't expand any of the overworld from the last episode, so it's just the same desert, acacia, small plains, mostly ocean biome that we have. So I can't find the rubber saplings. But I did want to... I did want to go start looking at the void miners because I am honestly struggling with material. It may not look like it when we look in here, but I am. I'm constantly running out of gold. I'm constantly running out of redstone. I'm constantly running out of, like, I've been having less iron. I know I have 1,000 now, but that's because I went mining recently. I don't have this, like, overload of things, and especially if I want to keep making these vibrant capacitor banks to store energy, it takes a lot of gold, glowstone, and redstone to make the energetic alloy ingots, plus put that with ender pearls, and then you get a green ingot that I can't remember the name of, and it's none of the ones I'm looking at here. It is called Vibrant Alloy. That would make sense if I'm making vibrant capacitors. So I don't have any in here, apparently. No, I have 42. I'm just blind. Okay. Probably because it looks more yellow compared to everything? Yeah. So, but it requires a lot. But like I said, I have a couple more now. They should be filling with power because I have it going in and out, so I don't have it just taking power from in here. So yeah, it's gaining power slowly. Gonna hold up to 175 million UI. I don't know what that is. RF? I'm gonna call it RF, but I know that's wrong. But it holds a lot, which is really nice. So, like I said, my hope is to have this whole thing filled at one point with these, because that would just be perfect power all of the time, but who knows. But that, like I said, that's going to take a lot of stuff, and especially, like, if we're going to be continuing on the way they are, if you just kind of look ahead at the quest, that looks like a lot of, like, stuff that we need. So, I want to see if we can start working on that. So that's environmental tech. And I have messed with environmental tech quite a bit on my own, and also other series and stuff. There is a new environmental tech for like 1.16, and I've yet to figure it out because I haven't started it. I've looked at it, it looks pretty. But the very first thing that you always need, or almost always need, is the litherite crystals, which thankfully are craftable and are quite easy. All it takes is green dye, lime dye, flint, and diamonds, and you do that once and you get 4. That's not too bad, and I actually have almost all the ingredients. I just need lime dye, which is not difficult to make. So let's go ahead and do that. So how many of these can I make? 16. That's because I ran out of flint, but flint's not too bad to make. How do I make flint? Flint is either gravel. I can put gravel in the squeezer. Get guaranteed 2. I can put gunpowder back in there. I don't have a lot of gunpowder on me right now. There's a couple different things I can do. Sag mill, I can get gravel from cobblestone. Or flint from cobblestone, same thing. There's a couple different ways I can do it. I can also just go to the overworld and hopefully I can find like a ton of gravel that way and turn that into flint. So I'm not too worried. But let's see how far we can get with just the 16 we have. First thing I want is the assembler, because that's going to be helpful once we can get our core. Alright, 15 is not going to be enough, but we're going to see how far we can get. So, what I want us to do is to craft a void ore miner controller tier 1. So, void... So there's different types. There you have a resource miner, you have a botanic miner, as well as just the void ore miner. Now we're going to go for the void ore, but I am actually interested what can we do with the rest of these. The botanic, ooh, that gets lots of woods and saplings, basically botany stuff. Flowers, food. Ooh, that's nice. Grasses, botania. Yeah, that's nice. Well, that's even tier 1. What does tier 6 do? Is it just the same but more? That's what I think. It's the same but more. That's cool. And then the resource miner, if we just go ahead and look at tier 6, gives us a ton of different types of stones, which is also really nice if we don't feel like mining it ourselves. Is one of those flint? Probably not. Ooh, mica. What's mica do? Ooh, that's interesting. But we're going to look at the void ore miner. Like I said, it gives us a ton of different types of ores and stuff, which would be really helpful for us to do. So Void Ore Miner Control 1 takes interconnect, laser lens, block of diamond, and diodes. Block of diamond's easy. If we actually look into here like we're supposed to. And I should have diamonds. Ooh, I only have 16. I gotta get some more diamonds. That's all I have is a diamond block. Okay. So we're gonna need more litherite, that's for sure. Because the litherite block takes 9 per. Yeah. I only have enough to make 1. But we'll get some more flint. We also need the laser lens, which is not a crystal one. Show me the right one. That worked. It just takes 7 glass, so you get a clear laser lens. And then a diode is made with hardened signalum glass, redstone repeaters, and energy crystals. Redstone repeaters should be really easy if I had the redstone I'm supposed to have. Where's my sticks? I thought I had a lot of sticks. There they are. 1, 2. Went too much. So redstone repeater. We need, alright, so the energy crystal is made with, ooh, we're going to get in some interesting things. Okay, the energy crystal is made with a ruby, which to get ruby, we need ruby ore, which I believe is found in the fake overworld. Okay, so we can get ruby if we go mining real quick. We also need gravel, so we might do that. Another thing we need are these electronic circuits. And to make an electronic circuit, we can do it in the assembler if we have refined steel ingots, redstone, as well as insulated copper cables. The problem with that is we don't have rubber, and that's where we need to get sap, and that's where we need to get the rubber saplings from the overworld. So we might not actually be able to do this quite yet, but that's okay. The hardened signalum glass is just fused quartz with signalum in an induction smelter. I don't think we have an induction smelter. I don't think that's one of the things I have made. Let's go look. Wire charger, induction smelter. No, we have one. Okay, we can do that. So it takes fused quartz and signalum. I have signalum. Do I have fused quartz? I do not, but I do have quartz. Well, it's quartz glass. It's just fused quartz, yeah? Yeah, 2 fused quartz, and I have to have the blend, which I can just crush down the stuff I have now. The way to make quartz glass is just throwing some quartz in there. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Let's not look at the Enderman. That's my only fear, is always looking at the Enderman. Throw that in the smelter. And then let's go ground some stuff up in the thing. How many of these should we make? It's what we need 7 hardened glass. It takes 2 per, but only 1. It makes. We can double this. I mean, it doesn't hurt to. I mean, what else can we use diodes for? The other controllers. I'll just do the 4. Oh, I have my magnet. Stop magneting. Thank you. Did I throw 5 in there? I think I did. That's okay. 2, 3, 4. No, I only threw 4. I'm good. Okay. Is my glass done? Yep. And then it's just boop boop. No. What am I doing wrong? Signal and blend. I thought this had showed quartz glass at some point, did it not? Does it have to have a certain thing? No, it's just fused quartz. That's what I have. Metallurgic fluxot. No, don't lock that. Why can't I do it? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I have fused quartz. Does it not take under IO fused quartz? It also takes hardened glass, but that's not what I want. No, it takes fused quartz. Is it the wrong? Okay, I'm confused. Hardened signalum glass. Induction smelter. Induction smelter. Signalum blend. Signalum blend. Fused quartz. Can it not be a basic one? No, that shows basic. Well, then I'm just confused. Maybe I gotta just try a different glass. It just shows fused quartz, though. That's why I'm confused. Hardened nickel glass. How many different types of hardened glass are there? What's the easiest way to make hardened glass? Hardened tin glass, silver glass, hardened glass. It's just obsidian and lead. Let's try that. Concerned. Why it's not working. What did I say? Obsidian and something else? Obsidian and lead. 2, 3, 4. And I should be able to crush these in the crusher or the pulverizer. What do I have? Sag mill. Okay, so that's going slowly, but it's going. Okay. Hopefully this will work. Because the thing, like I said, it looks like I have... Fused quartz cannot be used to craft this item. Oh. I can't read. Then why do you show fused quartz? Oh, why does it do this? Okay, it made 2 hardened glass. That's not too bad. Okay. Why can't I read? I don't ever read the yellow text. I just look at it and it showed fused quartz. That's how I was like, eh. It's always got to make things harder, doesn't it? Yep. Well, we'll let that be. How about we go to the overworld real quick and see if we can find ourselves some of that ruby that we need. Is it daytime or nighttime? It's daytime! Load in the world. Thank you. And the easiest way to do this, even though we're floating in the entire world, is just go to the edge of it and look at the cross-section. Now, ruby should be that color. That was easy. Now, I should have a high enough pickaxe. Voidstone. Well, that's not what I needed. I thought that was going to be ruby. What are you? Bauxite? I can mine you, can't I? Oh, it just takes a long time, but I can. If I'd stop moving. Come on. Alright, that gave me an advancement for that. Where's the ruby, though? Ruby, 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 ruby. Maybe that's some, or is that just more voidstone? No, there's ruby in the voidstone. There we go. Oh, this also takes a little bit to mine. I'm gonna need more speed upgrades. Speed. Yay! Ooh, that also gave us red garnet. Okay, let's go ahead and go back home. I forgot I put my waypoint in the stairs. The stairs weren't here when I made it. Okay, so we could go ahead and put these in the system. Voidstone, obsidian, bauxite. Fused quartz. Okay. Let's go see if our stuff's done. It should be, because I believe I have this chunk loaded over here. Oh, I wanted to show you guys a thing too. Hang on. Let's throw that in there, because that's going to take a second. I did a thing in the nether. Just to show you guys real quick, because I was getting aggravated with making all of these capacitors. You need a lot of, like, the infinity, grains of infinity. And I was getting tired because it's just, like, it takes so many flint and steel to do it. And it's like I would need elementium to do it. And it was like, it's not that big of a pain, but it's just like I'd have to do it by hand. I don't have to anymore. I went ahead and made this thing called... Well, it's not going to tell me. It's called Firewater, which is from Ender.io. And the way to make firewater is in a vat, you put redstone and blaze powder with some hooch. And to make hooch, it's just water. I used apples and sugar to make it. And I threw away the rest that I had because I didn't make a perfect bucket. But what it does is just anywhere, it doesn't have to be just a block, but anywhere it touches on bedrock, it has a 2% chance of making grains of infinity. I don't know if it's per tick, but it makes a lot. So, and I have this chunk loaded in here, as I could show you guys with this. So I have it chunk loaded. So it's going all the time. And I get so many of these now, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. And it makes me so happy that I don't have to sit there and do it myself. I just gotta come in here, grab some, and go home. And I could even do, like, do they have the types of ender chests in here? They do. I can even do the ender chests that have the different color things, and I believe they go from different dimensions. So, like, put that and then have it automatically going into my system if I wanted to do that. So that way I don't have to worry about getting them anymore. See, I have 342 when usually I'm sitting there at, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 at a time. So that's real nice. Let's see if our glass is done. Do. Yay, we got our glass. So let's go ahead and put that into our system. The lesson that you guys need to learn from me is read everything, since I don't. Like I said, it was clear yellow glass, or yellow text. Fused quartz cannot be used to craft this item, and it makes me sad that I don't read, but I get so excited about things, and I just don't pay attention. Okay, and then the other thing we needed, okay, so we got everything but the energy crystal. We have the redstone, we have the ruby, and then it's just the electronic circuits. Now what we could do is get the refined steel ingots, because that's something we can do. All you need for that is steel, coke dust, and this calcite dust. Now to make calcite, you can do a centrifugal separator, put either some basalt dust or marble dust. So I think both of those we can find in the overworld now, and just turn those into dust, and then you put it in the separator, or you can make an industrial centrifuge, and it's the same thing. So it's either way you can do that, or I think there's the small piles of calcite, which you would get from the industrial centrifuge with some lapis. But it would just be easier to get the larger piles. So we need to make a centrifugal separator. Or we can do the industrial centrifuge. Is there a quest for this centrifuge? No. But that doesn't mean I don't need it. Okay. Because that is a quest too, is to craft a refined steel ingot. So it's apparently refining iron isn't once easy enough. You're going to need a better base material for more advanced machines. Refining steel once more should be good, but how? I don't know yet. But we're going to have to wait to do that until the next episode. So I think off camera, I'm going to go ahead and get some more flint so that way we can make some more litherite crystals. And then I think we'll just go ahead and start figuring out how to do the refined steel. Because everything's overlapping, which is actually really nice. Because that means we're working on the same thing all the time. But we'll go ahead and do that, and I'll probably search around to see if I can find a swamp or a forest biome, so that way we can find some of these rubber trees, and that would be really nice. But that shouldn't take too terribly long either, which is good too. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any tips or tricks or anything like that, please put it down in the comments below. I always greatly appreciate it. You guys are always helpful all of the time, like telling me to read. I try to. I read your comments, just not instructions, anything else. But yeah, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!